Now, before you ask, I do not know when Football Manager 2016 will be released. In this video, I'm going to put forward some FM16 feature ideas, maybe a wish list of some sort. In a way, there's not actually that much point doing these sort of videos because any suggestions put forward now on the Sports Interactive forums probably won't be considered for another couple of years because of the way the cycle goes. FM16 will be ready. They'll just be testing it now and making sure that it's as good as possible ahead of release date, which will probably be end of October, start of November. Like I said, I don't know when it will be released. No one does, okay? As I talk through some ideas though, I want you guys to comment in the comment section below some ideas that you want in FM16. Improvements on FM15, any bugs you want removed, such as goalkeepers parrying every bloody free kick that comes their way, or any sort of maybe old features on previous games that you want to see returned, or completely new ideas that are out of the box completely and you want to be implemented into Football Manager. So I've got some notes. I've not got too many ideas because I don't want to bombard you with loads of things here. But one I did think of, that probably wouldn't be FM16, but maybe in the future, 5 years down the line. How about voice commands? So you're playing a match, and then instead of having to click on all the buttons, you just say push up, and your defence pushes up. Or you go substitution, sub off Titus Bramble or something, and then you select a player to sub on, and it's voice commanded. So it's like managing. You could build a dugout in your own garden and actually pretend that you're playing properly. Just sit in the dugout with your laptop and be like, push up, defence, go direct. Bit sad, but an idea. A bit left field idea there. This is one that I've seen floated around on Twitter before. Fluctuation in attributes because of form. Now I think it sort of happens a bit, but in a way I guess the best comparison in this would be like, I hate to mention it, but FIFA, with weekly form in real life, it's up and down the players. Now that wouldn't happen, but in game fluctuations depending if your striker scores 10 goals 10 games in a row, gets 12 goals or whatever, 17 assists, his attributes should go up no matter how bad he is on the game, like his attributes, but they should fluctuate up. And if a player is really bad, for example, then the attributes drop. Now I think that happens a bit, but I'm not sure to what extent. Okay, next idea. This is one I've thought of. Now, some people just find the game really easy, don't they? Some people can fly up the division so easily because they find a tactic that destroys everything. But I've thought of this idea whereby the game, because everything's done through Steam now, it absorbs everyone's tactics. So if you create a tactic yourself, the game will absorb it and basically transfer it to other people's games, meaning managers in-game will be playing with other people's tactics from around the world. So a really good tactic, for example, you might come up against, which it creates another challenge rather than just playing against the AI all the time. Obviously you are still playing against the AI, but it's absorbed someone's real tactic that they've created themselves that is just like a killer tactic, which makes it more challenging. I don't know how possible that is. I don't know if that sounds stupid to you, but it's just something I thought that would make the game a bit more challenging for people that find the game really easy. Maybe you could switch that on and off depending on what you want and how difficult a game you want to have. But that's just something I thought of. You may think that's completely stupid and bizarre, but you're open to your own opinion on that. And then another one I think I've been influenced by people suggesting this, but a choice of holiday destination. So when you go on holiday in game, you can choose to go to Turkey or something, and then maybe if you're there for a year, you can learn the language in the meantime. I don't know. That wouldn't really have a massive impact on the game at all, but it's just adding a little bit of element of fun. So I've been looking at various websites like FM Scout, FM Base for ideas, and I've seen some really good ones. One that I thought was particularly good was, the January transfer update that comes out in about March. How about the idea where you can play from January of that year? So they update the game so you can play from January with the real life tables. So for example, if Watford are bottom of the Premier League, you can play with them and try and keep them up from that January time, rather than starting in September with those January transfer updates, so you actually start in January. Just an option you could do, not like you have to be forced to start from that stage from then on, but just gives you the option of being able to do that. Maybe a decent idea, I don't know. I suppose a lot of people are basically going to say in the comment section they want a better 3D match engine. Whether they can do that or not, I don't know, but it's not the be-all and end-all of the game. It's not about the match engine. It is about the match engine. It's not about the graphics of the match engine. It's about the mechanics of the match engine. So, for example, goalkeepers always parrying free kicks is an annoying thing, obviously. So that would need to be sorted. So things like that, you can suggest that. But if you want more animations and that sort of thing, it's not the end of the world. Maybe a few extra ones. Like they did try and improve the goalkeepers on FM15 with more animations, but I'm not sure if that's really helped them. I think on a personal level, I'd quite like the tactics screen to be changed again because it's clunky. I just found it really annoying. I mean, I got used to it, but for people like me that end up holidaying millions of seasons on Football Manager to do Football Manager experiments, it's basically destroyed my computer and slows the game down and whatever. And it's just made the tactics screen really, really clunky and slow for me, especially in game when I'm changing. Because the things come across, don't they? Like you click on a position and then the screen comes across. I'm still not sure about that. I think they can work out a better, easier, swifter way of the tactics screen. I know a lot of people moaned about it at the start of FM15, and I would quite like to see that changed once again. Whether it will be or not, I suppose it depends on how stubborn Sports Interactive are and saying that no, this is what we want. This is brilliant. We want to keep this, or whether they decide, oh, maybe it wasn't the best thing in the world, and we're going to change back or change to something different entirely. I think one thing that needs to be toned down is players' reactions and their ability to get you sacked, because especially at the start of FM15 I saw lots of people complaining about one player complaining about something minor and the whole team getting annoyed about it and basically pushing you out the club and getting you sacked. Now it sort of happens in real life, but not to that extent I don't think, and it has happened quite a lot to people. I haven't got sacked because of it, but I've certainly had problems with one player reacting to a reserve player being unhappy about his contract, and then everyone getting upset about it. That shouldn't happen to a reserve player. No, that shouldn't happen. In the last couple of years, people have been moaning about the fact that manager wages, the money you earn, there's no point. You don't do anything with it. People say, oh, we should be able to buy a car, we should be able to buy a house. But, this isn't The Sims. This is Football Manager. We're not controlling our whole lives. Maybe if you want that, you could create a new game entirely to do that. Possibly you could be able to pay for your own coaching badges. That's an idea. Someone's said invest in a new club, so you basically become a chairman or an owner. But that's a new game entirely as well. That's Football Chairman. Not what we're going to end up with. We're going to end up with Kitman Manager, aren't we? Someone controlling all the kits and putting them in the washing machine every week. So I think I've covered a few things there. I want to know your suggestions. I bet a lot of you are going to say less injuries, make it more realistic, just simple things like that. But, there are a lot of injuries in football. Sometimes you do seem to get hit by loads, but it does happen in real life. As a West Ham fan, I know that. So, it is actually quite realistic, the injuries, despite the fact they are annoying. Anyway, please hit that like button. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Reply to other people's ideas. Get some discussion going. I want you to discuss the ideas. Say, nah, that's a crap idea. Nah, that's a great idea. I like that. Obviously, give reasons. Don't just say that's awful. Give a reason. Have a discussion, and then that would be nice. Get some interaction in the community, and I'll reply as well and respond with my thoughts on things. That would be nice. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're looking forward to Football Manager 2016. I will keep you updated on any news that comes out. I'll be away for a couple of weeks in August. I'll be releasing another video this week to let you know about that. But at the end of August, I'm sure more news will be released, and I will keep you updated. And also maybe do a couple of competitions just like last year to win FM16, and give you links to buy the game for discounted prices as well. Okay, I'll see you soon.